Hi guys! So a lot of you guys have been asking me about like relationship advice and stuff, so that I make a video and like talk about it and like answer some of your questions. Okay. Psych! Ain't nobody asked me to do this. Um, I've just been inspired by a couple of things I've heard this week, and I thought I would just share my thoughts on it and maybe provide some insight. If you get any, great. If not, that's fine. And I got to practice being on the screen. Yeah. So something that really struck me um, about some of the things I've heard about relationships this week was about people who are scared of a commitment. Obviously, because of how long I've been single, I fancy myself like some kind of relationship expert. What I did think about it um, was, people are saying that, they're scared of commitment. They're scared of someone looking at them and saying that you own me by the virtue of being called their partner or their friend or whatever, that they're afraid that by getting that label, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, that they will be owned. And for me, I feel like it's not so much a fear of commitment as it is the fear of what you associate with commitment. Because if you are in a relationship, in any kind of relationship, family, friends, romantic, dog, um, and you feel like someone's got a claim on you or someone um, is enforcing the idea that you are only theirs and that you feel like you don't have any freedom, where was I going with this? Basically, if you feel like somebody owns you and not in the right relationship, or the both of you need to find a way to create the relationship that works for the two individuals that you are. Sorry, I was just turning the button on. Excuse the technical difficulties. It turns out somebody's battery ran out while she was trying to do a very important video. Also, this whole thing, I think I'm going to have a series called Tea with Me. So, like, we'll discuss all this stuff with a cup of tea in our hands, and maybe I'll invite people to talk about cute things with. Doesn't that sound nice? What I was saying was that we are taught to see relationships in a certain way. We're taught to see that we need somebody else to define who we are. We're taught to look for validation in other people. I've very often felt that if I didn't have somebody next to me, that I wasn't lovable or worthy of love. And then you meet somebody, and then you still have the same issues because then you try and I read somewhere that the hardest relationship you have is the good one after the bad one, because then you have to do so much healing, to try and not hurt the other person, which is why I think it's really important that people take time to just be by themselves. But yeah, and even when I was in a relationship, I had to recognize where maybe I wasn't letting myself receive love and why that was difficult for me. But I've never really felt that I would have been in the right place or space if I was with someone who I felt bound me. And I've heard it a lot for many years. I just don't want to be tied down. I'm like still really young. And like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, listen to me. If you're already feeling this way, no matter how nice the person you're with is, that's not the right person for you. Because a relationship should be something that makes you want to feel like you can open up and it's supposed to be expansive. Love is expansive to me. You know, it's you should want to be spending time with that person. You should want to be saying, I am with this person. You should want to show them to your family, to your friends. Obviously, you take time depending on what you're doing, and things get complicated. Can't oversimplify things. But I feel like when you're around the right people, then and there isn't that doubt. And then I think the doubts also come from like, is this the right time? It's the right time for a relationship. I don't know why. Blah, blah, blah. One, learn to recognize why you like somebody. Sometimes I have to realize that, number one, I probably like you because you're cute. Or two, I really like kind of attention you give me or the way you give me attention. It's got nothing to do with me actually liking your personality or who you are. I just like what you seem to be giving me or what I think that you're going to give me, you know. So those things are also always at the forefront of my mind when I meet an individual. I've lost my train of thought. Why you're getting into a relationship in the first place. I was talking about timing. The right time. Yeah, people feel like, oh my God, I don't know if it's the right time. Listen to me. People will come in and out of your life. That is just the circle and the cycle of life that we lead. That is just how it is. Let me have a sip. What if you can just enjoy the fact that you had that time with them? And then when it's time to go, you recognize, like, this isn't good for me and this is not good for you. If I'm not at 110, I'm not going to be giving my best to you and vice versa. Let's just be grateful for everything that we taught each other and walk away. You know what I mean? If you meet somebody where it's like, oh yeah, that's the person I want to really develop and grow with for the rest of my life. That is a blessing, and you take it and you roll with it, and you don't misuse it. You appreciate it for what it is. You know what I mean? However, when it comes to, you know, you're still kind of single or you're still young and you're still searching for what you like, you know, you need to take time to figure out what that is for yourself. What do you like? What do I want? Where do I want to be in the next 5 years? Do I want to travel? Do I want to not? So when you meet people, you don't need to adhere to the same kind of rules or understanding that you had. You need to adapt, you know, like you can create your own dynamic in a relationship and make it work for you. Make your relationships what you want them to be according to the individuals that you both are. Both, it could be 3 people, it could be 4, I don't know. Like, it's up to you. Like, again, it's up to you. But yeah, for people who say that they're scared of commitment, I hope that one day you heal, and I hope that you attract the right energies around you. If you are finding that you keep attracting the same people that make you feel that way, those are usually what I would identify as like familiar spirits that your kind of soul knows and it wants to reject, which is why you need to keep going out there and keep meeting people and keep engaging and keep making friends, and you know what I mean, and keep expanding your mind and your thinking so you develop ways to exercise your heart in a way that's going to give you joy in life, and a joy that you'll be able to share with somebody when the time is right. That was tea with me. Yeah, share. I can't believe I've always made like fun in my heart of like, you know, oh, can you please like and comment, like share my video? But like, no, for real, do it. Like it, comment, share. If it's something that touched your heart, you know, and if you want to ask questions, if you actually, yeah, send me questions and I'll answer them and stuff, and that'll be kind of cute. We can start a little thing, you know what I mean? A little relationship of our own. This is why I'm still single.